I can't take compliments like that. I just feel like, oh, okay, thanks. Like I get really awkward and weird. So it's nice that she said it during sex, like, cool.
The useless lesbian thing.
Useless lesbian.
You know, when I saw that, I was like, because I've never seen it before except for on Reddit. When I saw that, I was like, haha, that's true. And then somebody stepped up and was like, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. We're not useless. And I was like, you know what? That's true. You can't say that. Let's go ahead and stop that right now. Let's don't let that get traction, because it's like, even though that's true, it's not like a useless thing, because I thought so long about it after I told you about it, and you were like, yeah, we should talk about that. I thought so long about it, you know, because I've been in those situations a lot of times, because I'm trying to think if I should like even explain it before we even talk about it, but I should probably, because one day this ain't gonna be just me and my family and like random people watching. A lot of people are gonna watch, so we gotta like lay it down. But how I see it is, there's a thing that's going around where there's a term called useless lesbian, where a lesbian wouldn't know another lesbian liked them, even if it was like she was making all the signs. Like, people tell stories like, a girl asked me out for coffee a bunch of times and I said yes every time, thinking she was nice, and then eventually she said, oh, is this gonna be a date? And the person was like, I'm a useless lesbian because I didn't even know we were having dates.
Yeah.
And it's like at first I was like, haha, yeah, I've been there. That's
yeah,
fucking lesbian thing. That's such a lesbian thing to do. But it's like, it's not because we're useless. Now, I got a bunch of theories on why.
Yeah, I think it has more to do, like, when we grew up, you know, boys were encouraged to hit on girls. And I know personally, growing up in a rural town, like, girls weren't really encouraged to hit on other girls. Mm-mm. So, you know, we would just have to wait around. We grew up with this stigma, like, oh, we have to wait for the man to come to us. We have to wait for the man to hit on us. We just, you know, we can't pursue anything. And that's how growing up, like, back in the day was. Girls can't pursue shit, but boys can, like, act and go wild and out. Mm-hmm. And boys will be boys, girls will be girls, all that bullshit. So I think a lot of that has been put into our, like, mentality and our environment, to where now we know who we are. We are aware of our sexuality. So how do we explore it a little bit more and, you know, take our game up a little bit more? Like, I didn't start hitting on people till I was, like, in my mid-20s, because I didn't know how to. Right. I didn't know how to let the barista know she was cute. And I was also very fearful of rejection.
Same.
So
that's so true. That's a good point. It's like just what you said. Where were we supposed to learn? Where were lesbians supposed to learn how to not be useless? Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it doesn't even feel like a useless or not useless thing, because even after I had, like, gotten a strategy and learned how to approach women and, like, flirt with girls and talk to girls, I could still be oblivious to another woman liking me, because that's just not how I act. Like, you know, when in straight interactions, there's always the element that, like, you could date this person. Y'all got the same things in common. Ooh, y'all like the same colors. Y'all like the same music. Y'all are doing these things that, like, oh, I went out to coffee with him a second time. Could it be a date? But, like, with two girls, I can't get in that mindset. Like, nope. That's never a mindset that I can be in, ever. So it's like, that alone eliminates that alone puts me in a useless lesbian type state.
Yeah.
Because I can't always think that someone is for me to date. That's a heterosexual like luxury. Mm-hmm. Because lesbians are in hiding all the time. So even if I was out, it's like I was supposed to be like, hey, I think you're hot. I know we've been on a lot of coffee dates together, but are we dating? Like,
yeah.
like,
yeah.
It's like no way to approach that, you know?
Exactly. And even like if you are in like a quote unquote like gay event or gay space and you hit on someone, this has happened to me plenty of times. Like I've hit on so many girls at these events, half of them end up being straight. They're just like, yeah, we're just here with our friends. So mm-hmm. It's even like that like takes me back a little bit, and I'm like, maybe I should stop hitting on people because like I don't know if their sexuality.
Yeah, it's not even about confidence because I kept thinking that too when I was thinking about it. I was like, is it confidence? Is it something that's been drilled into us? And I think it's literally scarcity of like availability, literally, because like you just said, if you apply the principle that they always tell men, you have to like keep at it, ask everyone, don't be afraid of rejection. Well, if I get a bunch of no's because everybody here is like straight, it's kind of like, how am I supposed to apply that? Like
why the fuck I'm here?
Like let me even make sure I'm in the right place. Like
exactly.
I was like, huh?
Like this is a gay club, right? Or
yeah, and that's why when people are like, what? Why do gay people need their own club? Da, da, da. It's like, are you kidding me right now? Like, because I don't want to walk up to 7 people and get 7 no's right out the gate. Like,
yeah, like that fucking depletes your confidence for the whole night. Like by the end of the night, I'm just like, yeah, this sucks. Like I'm not feeling my
straight bar in disguise.
But yeah, I do enjoy like the useless lesbian memes.
Yeah, I do.
Stories. Those get me a little giggle in my day on Reddit.
Yeah, but it's like we can't say that. I always wonder when it's like when can you stop a meme? When should you put the brakes on a meme? You know, mm-hmm. That's one of those where it's like, y'all, come on, we're not useless. We're just not creeps.
So fucking true. Say it again for the people in the back.
Right. When I have a conversation with a woman, it's literally a conversation. There are no motives. Like even sometimes where it should, as they say, like be an obvious date. It's like I'm trying to figure out like what you're thinking and stuff, mm-hmm. And then we can get on to that stuff.
Yeah. For real.
There's so much time for that. Like
yeah. There's a lot of time for that, honey. It's okay. We don't need to jump right into it.
But the funny thing is, I wonder if any film femmes.
Film femmes. No.
I wonder if any film femmes have because as a butch, or you're supposed to like. People probably expect you're supposed to like hit on a girl. I've never gotten.
Oh, that's true.
I've never gotten hit on. Never, because I'm that useless I'm that person who's like, my wife. We were at a Taco Bell parking lot, and I was like, I'm just gonna get some Taco Bell real quick. And she like looked at me, and she was like, "You know I like you, right?" And I was like, "Oh, I like you too, of course." Like. Let's get this bell, this bell nacho and all this stuff. But girl, like, yeah.
Talk to me after I've had my crunch wrap. Mm-hmm. I can't deal with anything emotionally until I've had my fucking crunch wrap.
Right. Let me get this quesadilla and these nachos. But yes, let's you haul it, shawty. But that's what I'm saying. It's like I mean, I might be a butch, but I've never ever hit every instance. There's only like 1 or 2 instances where I've like put the acceleration on, because I'm just like, I'm not trying to be that person, you know.
Mm-hmm. For real.
So I wonder if femmes know that, because that's the only way I've gotten laid. It's shout out to all the aggressive girls who know what they want from a butch and like take it.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't really classify myself as femme, but I also wouldn't classify myself as butch. I think I have something in the mix there.
Mm-hmm.
There are days when I'm like feeling more femme, and there are days when I'm feeling more butch. I will say the days when I do go out and like I'm more in the middle, I don't have a dress on, I just have like a nice shirt and pants on, that's when I get hit on the most, or like that's when I've been most successful, versus me decking it out like gown, earrings, hair, and then when I go, people assume I'm straight. So I'm like,
that conundrum.
Yeah. So I'm just taking shit into my own hands at this point. And Portland has like shown me anything, it's shown me don't assume, like just fucking go for what you want. If you think someone's attractive, let them know. And if they're like straight, at least you gave them a compliment at the end of the night. So
that's how I feel too. There's never a time where somebody has been like, oh, I can't believe you've given me that compliment. You dirty lesbian. Like, how dare you?
Get your lesbian vibes out of here.
Yeah, if anything, it's always ended up perfect. Man, I'll never forget the time I was in this Mexican restaurant and my friend goes, that girl is feeling you. And I was like, no, she's not. No, she's not. She's straight. She's got to be straight.
Yeah.
And I walked up and I gave her the cheesiest line ever. And she was like, ha, 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 ha. And then I left thinking nothing about it. Home, her friend chased me into the parking lot and was like, she wanted me to give you her number. And I was like, what? Woo! And I was like, but she's straight. She's straight, right? And she was like, I don't know. She was baffled too.
I don't know.
Yeah, she was baffled too. And I was like, wow, what if I would have never said anything to her thinking that she was straight? That ended up with a win. Let me tell you, that was a win. That's the end of that story. But of course I got that 99% straight level. So she's got a kid and a husband now. But you never know. She can have a kid and a husband because whatever we had that night was good enough. But
yeah,
you gotta go for it. With just a compliment. You never know where a compliment can go.
Yeah, don't be fucking too heavy on it, like slapping ass or being like, yo, you got nice tits or something. Like a genuine compliment. Fuck. Yeah.
Well, I feel like people need to know, and this is where I always feel like men who are like, women only like compliments from good looking dudes that I don't realize that, like, when you come at somebody right off the bat sexual, that's disgusting. Like a stranger saying something sexual to you is never gonna be appropriate, even if they're good looking. Maybe if they're good looking, you'll like be like, okay, but like, it's like, you don't have to start like that. Just start nice. Just be like, hey, you look really nice today. Like, hey, your hair looks amazing today. Like, like, come on.
I know. It's fucked up. Sometimes my compliments though seem like, I don't know if like my compliments are more, it's like a friend compliment. I feel like I come across sometimes. I'll like go up to someone and be like, bitch, I love that top. And like, okay, I get it. Maybe I'm coming off my compliment game wrong. Instead of being like, oh my God, you look like, I love your eyes, you look gorgeous. Maybe I'm saying it like a straight girl. Like, bitch, done. Like,
well, I think we're all honestly in that damn like feedback loop. Like, as I'm never gonna take a compliment as like, this person wants to be with me, and a person is never gonna like give a compliment enough aggressively. Like, nobody's ever gonna be able to like give and receive anything more than like just a, you look nice today compliment, you know? Like, it's never, nobody's gonna be like, oh, she said I look nice today, maybe she wants to fuck. That's not something girls do, you know? I don't think, like, I hate to be like, that's what guys do, but like I've never gotten somebody said something nice and been like, she wants it. Like, obviously she wants to fuck. She said she said that my shirt was nice, so we're fucking.
So we taking it to Pound Town later.
Yeah, I want to know how guys are like teaching other guys that that's what it means.
Yeah. Even receiving compliments can be a little weird too, because like last night, during my little rendezvous, like all she kept saying throughout the night was, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," and I'm like, I can't listen to this. Like, I don't know, felt weird. I can't take compliments like that. I just feel like, like, oh, okay, thanks. Like, I get really awkward and weird. So it's nice that she said it during sex, like, cool.
You can believe her then. Like, it's too unbelievable because we're fucking now. But
yeah, we're body to body now. But even during intercourse, it's awkward for me, and maybe it's just me. I don't know.
It just doesn't feel right. Even
I'm just like, it's like, let's just get down to business. Keep it business, okay?